My name is Alicia Hernandez. Welcome to Firstline Checks In. In this series, we at Firstline Securities Limited will be touching base with some of our clients to find out how they're not only coping, but hopefully thriving in this COVID-19 pandemic. Today, I'll be chatting with one of our corporate finance clients, Colin Shepherd. You may know him as Sheppy's Auto Rental. I'm sure you may have rented a car in Tobago, or you may have stayed at Sheppy's Inn, part of his Colshep investments. That's Colin Shepherd. So good morning, Colin, and how are you today?
Hi, good morning, Alicia. I'm fine.
Lovely, lovely. So tell me a little bit about your business. I know you have a number of business and your business or profession. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Colin.
I'm originally from Delaford. That's one of the smaller villages up on the eastern side of the island.
Right.
I am the owner, as you rightly said, of Sheppy's Auto Rental Limited, and
Right.
also the owner of Shepherd's Inn, Tobago.
Good. Lovely, lovely. That's great. Shoppies, I've used Shoppies a number of times. So hey, excellent. Excellent. So how has your business been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, firstly, I must say that when we heard or when I heard about the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, we first started saying that this would not come to Tobago. It would not touch us.
Yeah, yeah,
That was the first thing that was said. But amazingly or surprisingly, so as I was saying that surprisingly that COVID-19
yeah,
touched our shores, and as a result, everything has been shut down.
yeah, yeah.
Everything has been shut down. The car rental, as you know, that the I think 50% of our clients comes from the UK, or they are foreign based,
Mm.
and the hotel the hotel
Right.
basically, it's foreign based also,
Mm.
and everything was shut down. The hotel on its own, it was affected, and because of the lockdown, it
Right.
everything which as a result that and as a result of that, you
Hmm.
know, we looking at our income was adversely affected.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. So, what are some of the mechanisms that you would have had to put in place, both personally and from a business point of view, to help you cope, to help your business cope, or to help you cope personally during this time?
Well, firstly, with the car rental, the first thing that we started doing was
Mhm.
looking into how we gonna manage cost. Because one
Right.
of the first thing that we had to do, unfortunately, was to cut staff.
Okay.
We were not having much business coming in, so as a
Hmm.
result, staff was cut.
Hmm.
Um, what we did. So the some of the things that we would normally do, we cut costs in our operations. We were looking about mechanism or things to save the cost on a whole.
Yes, understood. Yeah, 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 understood. And from a personal um, point of view, like in is there anything that you implemented to help you cope in this time? Because I mean, you're looking at your businesses, having to struggle a little bit to survive. So from a personal point of view, is there anything that you yourself put in place for yourself and for your family?
All right. Well. Listen, Alicia. One of the things that, as I said earlier on, that
Mhm.
we are tourism based. It's based upon the clients coming in and renting cars from us.
Right.
Clients coming and also staying at the hotel.
Yes.
And one of the things that we thought about, or what we went in, is more or less diversifying what we did, or
Excellent. Hmm.
basically in the early parts and late parts of last year, what we did, we were refurbishing cars. we
Okay.
were fixing cars, and it was more or less done on a very small scale.
Right.
But as a result, that we know that people are going to take this time to, even corporate companies, they are going to take this time to fix their vehicles or to straighten their house, so to speak. And
Yeah.
what we decided to do is to go into the current the body workshop, body
Yeah.
repairs. We went into
Yeah.
that. So I think that in itself, that has sort of sustained us in the meanwhile. Hope, as a as a matter of fact, we are getting quite a lot of business. So this is something that we're thinking after the pandemic is over. Something
Yeah.
that we think that we're gonna really look into.
That is fantastic. Fantastic, Colin. I love your entrepreneurship. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, so
Yeah.
it's part of what you do. So that is wonderful to hear. Excellent. Um, so, I mean, the next question I'm going to ask, I think you've already halfway answered, and that's, are you seeing any positives coming out of the COVID-19 experience? And that could be anything. You've mentioned economically and for your business that you're probably going to be able to keep that diversified part of your business. But I don't know if there's anything else personally, nationally, socially that you think is a positive coming out of the COVID-19 experience.
Definitely, I think that the way we greet each other, that is
Mm,
good, is gonna change. The
wonderful.
way, yeah, the way that we conduct ourselves is gonna change. And I
Yeah.
personally believe that after this, we're gonna have a healthier society. I mean, people are washing their hands, and people are getting used to that. Remember, and it's gonna become a way of life now,
Excellent.
how we
Yeah.
operate. So
Yeah.
I think that in terms of that, it's going to change the entire landscape in how people carry about themselves, how people conduct themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
But personally, I remember a few years ago, the world was going so fast, and I was part of it so
Yeah.
fast, and I was asking myself, I was praying one day and said, Lord God, can this world just stop for 2 days so I can catch up? And
He he heard you.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, well, unfortunately, that the world has
Yeah.
stopped. And
That,
it's like it's now. I looked at myself and I'm saying, after 34 years,
mhm.
I've getting some time to sleep. I'm resting.
Wonderful.
And it's good. It's good. I think that again, a lot of people. I'm also looking at my whole life too, taking the opportunity to look at my life. I was saying too that it, because the world has stopped,
Hmm.
it's giving me a little time to look back into my life, to
Right.
see where I went wrong, to
Hmm.
see how what I can do. Um, as a person personally, business wise, some
Hmm.
of the mistakes that I've made.
Hmm.
And as I said, that because the world has stopped, I'm getting a chance now to take a little time off to really look into my whole life.
Yeah.
And something, just last night, I think it was about 3 o'clock this morning, and I was reading my Bible, and it was in I think it was Thessalonians, where Paul was talking to the people from Thessalonians, the
Hmm.
Thessalonians, and he was saying that in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. And the key, and what touched my heart and what really stood out is not, he said, not for everything give thanks. I'm not giving thanks because of the COVID-19, and I'm getting a chance to really restructure my business, restructure my operation, diversify a little,
Hmm.
um, get some rest, looking to call families, call loved ones that I haven't spoken to in months, in years.
Hmm.
As I said, the key word there is in everything give thanks. So I'm just giving thanks for for my friends, my family, for life, for for people who have supported me,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically. Yeah. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, that is fantastic to hear, Colin. It's really praising. It's exactly what I think people should do, and you've done all of it. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. So when all this is over, what's the first thing you're gonna do? What is the first thing you're gonna
I think listen, to be honest, the first thing I'm gonna do is um take a soft top jeep and just drive around the island,
do?
go
Wonderful.
Charlottesville, have a swim.
Yeah. Won-
Yeah, I think that's the first thing I'm gonna and just really thank God and praise Him for being alive.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But one of the things again that um the things that I've put in place,
Mhm.
the procedures, the policies, it's giving me a little time to really implement policies and procedures in
Yeah.
really moving forward.
Fantastic.
And all the mistakes I'm gonna endeavor with my utmost best
Yeah.
so that these things would not occur again. One of the
Yeah.
things I'm thinking about, you always look at your management structure, and
Right.
that is one of the things I'm gonna really the hotel side of it, having the
Mm.
management structure
Mm.
really strong. Um, as I one of the main problems that you always had in people buying into your vision, into your structure. And again, it has given me a great opportunity around this time to
Yeah.
really put these policies, put these things in place so
Yeah.
that there wouldn't be any pitfalls in going forward, or should be, or it would be limited.
Limited. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That's fantastic. Excellent. So, is there any advice or any words of wisdom you'd like to share with our viewers that you haven't said before? Because you've certainly shared a lot that's really wonderful to hear. Anything else you want to add?
Alicia, listen, I am a strong Bible believing person.
Yeah, I
All
get
right.
that. Hmm.
I'm really, everything that I've done, I've based it upon the goodness of God to me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't allow this opportunity to pass. And I'm even admonishing and beseeching myself
Hmm.
to hearken unto the signs. And I was reading last night.
Hmm.
When you see these things happening, hey, look up. The end is drawing nigh. We
Mm.
as a people, we have to talk to ourselves, speak to ourselves,
Yeah.
stop hardening our hearts. And listen, I'm not being a hypocrite here. I'm talking to myself also.
Hmm.
Bible say, "He that knoweth to do good and doeth it not shall be beat with many stripes." So I'm speaking to my own self,
Yeah.
and I encourage people to hearken unto the word of God. Bible say, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith." And I
Yeah.
really believe that this is a warning
Okay.
to not just Trinidad, globally. But
Yeah.
something strangely, you're not hearing that people talking now and saying that God is a Trini. The Trinis and the Tobagonians, they used to say God is a Trini. This is not happening to us. And listen, you haven't heard one
That's
person
correct.
saying that God is a Trini.
That is correct.
I
That is
think that
correct.
God, he's no respecter of persons.
That's correct.
And my advice to us all, my advice to Trinidad and Tobago, my
Mm.
advice to corporate Trinidad and Tobago is to hearken unto the word of God. Hear what the word of God is saying. Let's get back to where we were.
Yeah.
And although it might be difficult, I mean, let's start looking at ourselves, changing our ways. As I said, I'm speaking to myself. First
Hmm.
and foremost, we need to change our ways. And if we change our ways, listen, only then God will hear our voice and He'll come and heal the land.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's fantastic, Colin. It's been a real pleasure, sincere pleasure speaking with you, Colin. I loved your spirit. love your entrepreneurship, love your deep faith. I certainly wish you all the best. I wish that you and your family take care, stay home, stay safe, and I wish that you continue to thrive during COVID and after the pandemic.